Hello, welcome back. And this video is about, hey, we're in the Age of Aquarius. What does that mean? So, Age of Aquarius means you get your karma in this lifetime. See, in our past one, we was in the Age of Pisces. Pisces is all about the imagination, duality, that sort of thing. Very yin and yang in that sense. But that polarity made it where we were getting our karma in different lifetimes. So in one life, you could have been an asshole and nothing bad fucking happened to you. And then your next life, all these fucking horrible things happen to you because you're getting all the karma from your past life. So it seems so unfair, right? Or even the other way, where you were just this nice, sweet person, but you was done dirty, okay? Like, oh my gosh, people hear about your story and it's like, oh, you never had a chance. Like, oh my gosh, but you still was like a nice, good person anyways, but just getting shitted on all the time. And so then your next life, you're like royalty because almost like, oh, I'm getting all that great karma. All right. So this is the lifetime you get all your karma in this lifetime. It doesn't matter if it takes 5 years, 10 years, whatever, 5 minutes. You get your karma now. So basically, we've been in this weird limbo-y time between when it was coming in. A lot of people who are caught in that gray time saw a little bit of that essence flowing, I could say. But anyone born especially in the 2000s, and so after, either are brand new souls or they again, like I said, are going to be the people who definitely get all their karma within their lifetime. So, and then a lot of us beforehand are subject to that as well, but again, like I said, it's kind of gray for some of us in that transitional period time. But we're more likely because we are to get it again, like I said, in this lifetime. So just know that, like, it doesn't mean you can never do anything wrong or something like that. Because as humans, we all make mistakes, right? It just means where the gravity of it is, how you get it back, that kind of thing, is going to be very different than it was before. I feel like you could just get away with so much shit before, or you could have so much old karmic baggage before that it just isn't going to be the same. And also, when you run into people from past lives and things like that, the energy is going to be different just because you have different types of soul contracts. Yeah, those soul contracts were great for that period, but it's not going to work for us in this period, okay? So this is the time to really go ahead and do that new technology shit, because hey, Aquarius is all about technology. I wouldn't be surprised if AI rolls up during our generation, and not in like the evil Terminator way that a lot of us think of it, but just basically like, you know, or meeting aliens. Like, this basically is perfect timing because Aquarius is the alien of the universe. So the fact that we're in the Age of Aquarius, it makes sense that that's why Starseeds out here popping, you know. The space travel ideas, Elon Musk out here trying to make a space station on Mars so it could be a pit stop for going to other planets or other places and all kinds of other fun stuff. So yeah, you know, who else was into that shit? Like Stephen Hawking was really big into doing all that kind of stuff. My also understanding, I think that shrooms are from aliens. Like, you know how oh, maybe you don't, but we have if we ever did meet aliens, we have like a care package that we sent, and it's like music, like blood, some other shit, like stuff you need to know about humanity, right? And I think aliens sent spores, because spores never die and they can survive in space. So you could send spores to Earth, and those spores become mushrooms, and then we take the mushrooms. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. And the only reason I think of it like that, and how Spirit explains it to me, is that part in Harry Potter, where he has to breathe underwater for an hour, And so he asks Neville, and he gives him this herb, right? And he eats it, and it'll help him breathe underwater for 1 hour. So shrooms are very similar, right? You'll be able to see humanity very different. You can go into your own psyche very different. You are able to see what you normally cannot see completely different. It's a completely different altered state that does not affect humans as bad as certain other drugs, right? So wouldn't it make sense that some of these spores are not from around here? yeah, maybe that was their little care package to us, right? You never know. You never know. Just saying. Look at the shrooms. So, in this age of Aquarius, I'm just telling y'all, start thinking about stuff like it's gonna open your mind, but below your mind. That actually, that could, you know what? Spores do survive in space. They could just, anyways. Also, Stranger Things made the nastiest version of spores in my motherfucking life when they went to the upside down place. And I was like, oh, this is the bad version of spores? I don't like this. Right. But then it was a nice, cool, trippy way of explaining a parallel universe, or a universe you really, or a not a universe, a different dimension. Right. And that the idea that other dimensions would love to come somewhere like here because where they're at isn't that great, or it is great and they just want to come here and see what the fuck we're doing. So, you know, spores can be used in all kinds of crazy ways. So yeah, so Age of Aquarius, I'm telling you, y'all, it's gonna be some next level shit, and be ready for it. So this is probably going to be one of my shortest videos because I just want to tell you that one little tidbit. Oh, and that's why a lot of people are seeing 111 a lot. Should I bring that up? Well, okay, so also, like, that's why you're gonna see people with a lot of spiritual gifts popping up too, like claircognitive, you just know shit; clairsentient, you spiritually feel things; clairaudient, you hear different pitches and things like that, spirit trying to talk to you; and then of course clairvoyant, where you see certain things, right? So again, I repeat, so claircognitive, you just know, it's in your brain, you just know, you know the whole fucking thing. It's like, I hate to say it, but like in the Matrix, when they download stuff into your brain, and then Neo would be like, I know jujitsu, you know, and it would be like, but you didn't practice or read a book or do anything, it's just downloaded in your body. What? So claircognitive kind of works like that, just gets downloaded in there, right? But clairsentient is like, I felt the little hairs on my arm. That's how I know spirit is in here. Or I felt a sensation in my elbow, and every time I feel a sensation in my elbow, that's how I know a bitch is lying. Okay, friend. Right? Like, I had a friend in high school who could sense cops. Adorable little white girl, but her ass would know. She would know. We could be driving, she'd be like, I feel a cop coming. 2 minutes later, we would drive by one, I swear to God. And the only time she ever, quote unquote, fucked up was she was like, I feel like maybe a cop is coming. No, I don't. I feel like, and I was like, girl, is it yes or no? And she was like, this has never happened to me before. I feel confused. Like, maybe yes, maybe no. I can't tell. Normally when I know a cop is coming, I know. Like, she would just know. She would just feel it in her body. Like, cops. They coming. Like, you know what I mean? And I'd just be like, that's some next level spiritual shit. Like, that's fucking cool as hell, girl. I don't even know how you know how to do that. But she could sense that shit. And that one time when she was having the, maybe they are coming. And so we waited the 2 minutes. Ain't no cop. It's like, oh, maybe you're like broken. Are you off? Like, are you okay? Do you need to take a breather? Like, what's happening with your spiritual gift? Is it on the fritz? Like, you know, like, maybe we were wrong. Is this even a spiritual gift, or have you just been lucky this whole time, right? 5 minutes later, I stop at a light. A cop comes in this light, a cop comes in this light, another cop stands there, and then there was one behind me. 4 fucking corners. Bitch was fucking on. She was fucking on. She knew that shit, but she was confuzzled because there was so many of them. I said, damn. I'm not making this shit up. I was a senior in high school, and I'm telling you, that girl would know. She would know. I don't care what city we was in. Because, you know, we lived in the suburbs of Detroit, right? But I don't care if we was in what suburb we was in, if we was actually in Detroit, whatever, that girl knew. She knew. She knew. She could feel those motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying. Like, people be having gifts out here. Do not shit on your gifts, people. It's the age of Aquarius. You better build that shit up. You got abilities. You better be working on them. I'm not playing with you. You hear the or the ding, 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 or the womp, 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 womp. Was another one. I can't even make the sound. Anyways, it's like elven music or something. Shit, I don't fucking know. Mine is Aquarius music, probably. Anyways, but I got the Clairaudience. And I realized that when I was a kid and the Clairaudience would come through, I was afraid that because I had a middle ear infection as a child, I was just losing my hearing. But then I'll go to the doctor and they'd be like, your hearing is perfectly fine. And I'm like, because I heard some pitches go like, you know, whatever. And then it's funny because then later I did have ear problems, and I realized the ear problem is completely fucking different. That feeling, like, is like, if you have an ear problem, it's like tight around your ear, and there's this whole, and if you do have it, it's like you have to pop it, like going too far underwater or something like that. Versus clairaudient is like different tones and beeps. It might be one ear versus another and all kinds of other shit. So, but then technically people can get auditory hallucinations. So I had to look into that too. Like, okay, am I just hallucinating? Right? So that's why you still, if you have something you're worried it's not a spiritual gift, you can go check yourself out and make sure that, you know, you're not just losing your hearing or you're going crazy or whatever, or you're having mental health issues. I should say that, not crazy, but you're having mental health issues. Your brain a little sick. I'm sick. But sometimes it's legit spiritual gifts. So if you can rule all that health bullshit out the way, and you really realize, like, no, friend, I don't like your friend who was sensing the cops. You sensed it. Like, that's Age of Aquarius time. It's time. Hone in on your gifts. We motherfucking out here. Fucking do it. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So anyways, I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we. I'll see you soon.